Hello, kindergarten. This video is really late and it was way harder than I thought it would be to put it all together. I am not going to add math onto this. It would take a couple more hours for today if I were going to do that too. Tomorrow's video will be smoother. The work part won't be sideways. I learned that in editing, that I have to move my phone in a different direction for doing the work, so I apologize for that. And tomorrow's will have math in it, so you will not see any math lessons in today's or writing because it took super duper long time to get through all of the class meeting and morning work and literacy block stuff. So you got to pass for today for writing and for math, but you will see that in tomorrow's video. Hopefully tomorrow's video, everything will be going in the right direction too. Hello, kindergarten. Welcome back to school, sort of, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is the day to wear green and to look for lucky leprechauns and rainbows everywhere you go. So let's talk about how long this video will be. It'll be kind of long because it will be all of the different learning parts of our day, but you can pause it and go do different things in between. So I made our schedule and it looks a little bit different than our regular schedule does. So today's schedule, we're starting with our class meeting just like we always do. We won't have lunch counting because you'll have lunch at home on your own today. And you'll also have your own name cards. So you'll spell your names yourself. And if you're doing great at spelling your name, then you'll work on your address on the back. Then we'll do our morning work together. You could take a break then if you want and have some recess time where you play. You could go out with your grown-ups to play outside or your brothers or sisters. Then we'll have our literacy block. Remember, we're still working on beginning blends. The SL SL sound is what we'll work on today. Then you could take another break and eat lunch if you want, if you're hungry, or if your grown-ups made your lunch. Have some more recess time to play. Then we'll work on math. Center time you'll have to do on your own at home, so you could play with some toys, you could build with blocks. There's lots of fun things that you could do during center time at home. Then maybe you could eat a snack if you're hungry and have some more recess time to play, take a break, and then we'll work on writing last. So you can pause the video at any time, or you could rewind it and watch a part over again if you need to, and take a break whenever you feel like it, okay? So now is a great time for you to read your name on your name card and to spell it. And then let's get out from your folders that I sent home with you. You have a calendar that looks like this, and it has all of the days we've been together so far. Yesterday was our last day together in class, the 16th. So you'll need a pencil, and we'll fill this out next together. Right, so it's calendar time, so you'll get out your calendar for March. And yesterday was the 16th. So what comes after 16? 17. So I'll put 17 in. And on your calendar, write in a 17 right here on this. And I'll do it too. 1 and a 7. One group of 10s and 7 ones. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. Let's choose a voice to count. We're gonna use our happy voice. We're pretty happy that it's St. Patrick's Day. Let's start at 1 and count to 17 in our happy voice. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nice job. Next on our schedule is morning work. So open up your folder And the packet that has the green paper says morning work. I'm going to take out my very first page. Write your name at the top. Then we're going to write the words. So the first picture is this piece of cloth that you use to clean with, and it's called a rag. So let's make the sounds and write them down. The first sound in rag is R. Write down the letter that says R. R. Okay, let's make the sounds in rag. R, ah. The middle sound is ah. And the last sound, ah, g. Make the letter that says g. Let's look at all the letters and make the sounds together. Ah, g. Rag. Next, let's look over at this one. This is a nut. What is the first sound in nut? N. Write the letter that says N. The next sound in nut, N, U says And the last sound, N, T. T says T. Let's make all the sounds together. N, T, nut. Next, let's look down at this. You might put coffee or tea in it, and it's hot, so it has a handle. This is a mug. Make the first sound in mug. M says The next sound in mug, U says G. G says G. G. Mug. And our last picture, this is a lady bug. So make the first sound in bug. B. B says B. Make sure your B goes this way. If you put it the other way, it will say Doug. And this is not a lady Doug. Bug, B. U says And G. G says G. B, G. Bug. Make sure your words look just like mine, and then we'll move on to the bottom. For the bottom, you will need your crayons. So make sure, find your crayons and get those out. Okay, I have my crayons. Our first direction says, color the heavier object red. So do you think a vine or a pumpkin would be heavier? So if we pretend like you had our scale and you had a pumpkin on one side and a vine on the other, which would make the scale move down? I think the pumpkin would. Let's color our pumpkin red. I've never seen a red pumpkin before.
seen orange and green and yellowish and sometimes white even with little warts on it, but I've never seen a red pumpkin. All right, then it says, color the lighter object blue. So the vines would be lighter. Let's color them blue. These vines remind me of Cinderella. All right, we're going to keep going on this side. Our first direction says color the heavier object purple. Over here we have an apple and a seed. So if we had an apple on one side of our scale and a seed on the other side of our scale, think about which one would make this scale go down. I think the apple would make the scale go down. So let's color the apple purple. I got blue violet. Where's my regular violet? There it is. A purple apple. Then our next direction says color the lighter object green. I think a seed is definitely lighter. This is the time of year that we plant seeds. And bulbs. All right, morning work is finished. Next, we will work on our literacy block.
So next on our schedule, we did our class meeting, we finished our morning work, and now we're working on our literacy block. So let's start with a wiggle activity. I'm going to say 2 words. If they rhyme, I want you to put your hands up in the air, like we're on a roller coaster. If they do not rhyme, keep your hands in your lap. Ready? Rob, job. Think about, do rob, job rhyme? Yes, they do, hands in the air. Okay, cat, mouse. Do cat, mouse rhyme? No, they do not, hands in your lap. How about slick, rick? Do slick, rick rhyme? Yes, they do, hands in the air. How about car, far? Do car, far rhyme? Yes, they do. Keep your hands up. How about school, grass? Do school, grass rhyme? No, they do not. Hands in your lap. And our last one, leprechaun, schmeprechaun. Do those rhyme? Yes, they do, but schmeprechaun is not a word. All right, next, let's look at some words that start with soul. First, we have some of our picture cards. This is something that you might climb up the stairs and sit on and go down and say, whee! On the playground, we have one. Slide. Slide starts with our beginning blend, soul. Next is a thing that you might climb up a hill with in the snow, and then you get on and you zoom down. A sled. Sled starts with our beginning blend, soul. So those are both soul words. Let's look at some more. This is what we do at night, all cozy in our bed. Sleep. I slept good last night. Here's another picture of something that you play on outside in the playground or in your backyard. Slide. Ooh, this is just a little chunk of pie or pizza or cake. It's a slice. We talked about this yesterday. This is what Santa rides in. A sleigh. This is what I wear around my house to keep my feet warm. Slipper. And this is a part of your shirt that covers your arm, your sleeve. Our sentences to practice reading for today. So you could pause it on this screen if you want, so you have more time to read them, or you could go back and practice reading them, and you could even like turn the sound off so you could read them without my help if you want. So let's read them all together first. Here's one of our tricky words, the, og, log. Here's another tricky word, is. And here's a word with that new blend, sol, ik, slick. So let's read that sentence all together. The log is slick. Now what would make a log slick? Maybe it was rainy, or maybe it's in the river, or it got icy, or there was snow, but a log could be slick from lots of different things. Next sentence, I can sit on the, here's that beginning blend, sled, sled. I can sit on the sled. I wish it was snowing so we could play on a sled and do lots of fun outside things. And the last sentence for today, here's that tricky word we've been working on for just a couple weeks. Do ought not slip with my cat. Let's read the whole sentence. Do not slip with my cat. And our sl word is right here, slip. So you can go back and practice these again if you want, and keep reading them over and over until you're super duper good at them. All right, the last part of our literacy block this morning is our practice page. So in your folder, if you open it up, behind the morning work is the literacy block packet. We're going to do the very first page from that today. That looks like this. It says balloon pop. I'm going to rip mine out. You don't have to. You could keep yours in there if you want. Also, you do not have to send any of this back to school. You can keep it all at home and practice. And you don't have to do the same things I do every single day. It's sort of just up to your grown-ups how they want to do it. But I just wanted to give you this stuff in an order so you could have it. So please don't worry about sending it back. So the directions for this say, pop the blend balloons by coloring each soul blend picture. I'm just going to use my highlighter to highlight around the pictures, but you will use your crayons and color in the pictures when we're all done with this, okay? Let's look at our first balloon. This thing that Santa rides in, a sleigh. Does sleigh start with soul? Yes, it does. I'm just going to circle it so you'll know which ones you're going to color later, okay? That's a bad highlighter. Here's a better one. Sleigh starts with soul. Next is a cat. Does cat start with soul? No, it doesn't. Let's leave the cat alone. Down here we have groceries. Does groceries start with soul? Nope, it doesn't. Let's leave the groceries alone. And this is a slip and slide. That is a double soul. Slip starts with soul and slide starts with soul. So this is definitely one that we'll color in. Next, let's go to this box. Slipper. Does slipper start with soul? Yes, it does.
Does ship start with soul? Nope, let's leave the ship alone. Does slice start with soul? Yes, let's circle it. And does alligator start with soul? Nope, let's leave it alone. Down here, we have sleep. Does sleep start with soul? Yes, let's circle it. Does slide start with soul? Yes, it does. How about crown? Nope, let's leave the crown alone. And tie. Nope, let's leave that alone too. Next we have popsicle. Does popsicle start with soul? No, let's leave it alone. How about this part of your shirt? Sleeve. Does that start with soul? Yep, circle it. This arrow is pointing to this thing that the kid is using to sit on to zoom down the snow. A sled. Does sled start with soul? Yes. And last is a tulip. Does tulip start with soul? Nope, let's leave the tulip alone. All right, on the back, you will need a pencil for this side. And I have the crayon, or the dice right here. The directions say roll a die and trace and color the soul blend. So here we go. We got a 1. Next to the 1 is the word sleep. Use your pencil to trace sleep. Two. Here's the dice with 2. Next to the 2 says sleeve. Trace the word sleeve. This time we got 6. Next to 6 is slipper. We got a 4. Next to 4 is slice. We got a 2 again, sleeve. We got 3 this time, sleigh. Oh, come on, 5. 3 again, sleigh. 4, slice. 2, sleeve. 6, slipper. 6, slipper. 6, slipper. Holy cow. 3, sleigh. 1, sleep. Does this even have a 5 on it? Holy cow. There it is. 5. Slide. Oh, lots of you like to slide at recess. And we did it. So now you can go back over, color the pictures. You can color this little guy up here and color the pictures on the side. You can even color the pictures that we didn't circle if you want. It's your choice.